Hey everybody! Sometimes a game rolls around that you just love, and there's something to love about this game, particularly because I'm going to suggest it as a solo game. It does play 1 to 4 players, and there is a variety of boards you can play on. It is a roll and write game that's going to have your eyes just totally entertained. It's the most colorful game I've seen in a long time. It's also fun and super easy to jump into. Today I'm going to talk about just one of the boards, but I will show you all the components and give you an idea of why I think this game is perfect for that solo time when you just want to play a game by yourself. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me in this inside scoop of Super-Skill Pinball for Cade. I want to share with you just one of the 4 boards, which is Carniball. And when you look at the rules, there's actually a 2-page fold-out that's a quick start guide on how to just jump right into Carniball. It's super straightforward, really clear, and I just want you to get the feel for this game because I think they've got something here and it's great for solo play because it's a pinball. If you look at the board, it looks like a pinball machine. You're going to put your ball up in the top corner and you will mark off that it's round 1. Set the other ball aside because you'll have a chance of having a multi-ball. So in a solo game, this is all you need. Your dry erase marker, 2 dice, 2 balls, and your board. I've got the score sheet to the side here because it's a little obnoxious, the size of it. Most of it's just kind of like flavor pictures. But it has your stars, how many victory points you've got in a track of 1 to 100 up to 600 points. It also keeps track of your nudge points at the bottom. Nudge is when you kind of want to fudge the dice a little bit, and I'll tell you about that later. But you're ready to go. You've got your ball up in the top corner because you pulled the spring and it goes and it pops out of the top. So what you do on your turn is you roll the dice, you select a die number, and then you scratch out a number that matches that die in the section where your ball drops to. Here we go. All right, I got a 3 and a 5. In the very beginning of the game, you will drop into the Ferris wheels section. There are 3 places you can go, and the reason you can tell is because there are black outlined numbers. So the 1 and the 2 are in the same section, the 3 and the 4, same section, and the 5 and the 6, same section. So if I pick my 3, I scratch out the 3 and the 4, move my ball to that particular Ferris wheel, and now I'm ready for my next turn. Done. Super fast. I pick up the dice, and I roll again. I get a 5 and a 6. Your ball is going to drop into sections. You'll notice that there's a white line that comes through each one of these sections. You are going to drop into this bumper section next. And you can select your 5 or your 6. It looks like I'm going to the same bumper, whichever one I pick. I'm going to scratch through one of my 5s because each one of those is black outlined. So again, they kind of come in groupings or in individuals. Just make sure you pay attention to that black line. When you're in the bumper section, you get a point for every time you bing bong around inside the bumpers. Now you can kind of just keep going clockwise order, bong, 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 move your ball around. At this point, I want to get a 1 or a 2, or I want, after that, if I'm still alive, a 3 or a 4, and so forth. So you just keep going in the bumper area until you can't play your ball or you choose to drop down to the next section. I got a 3 and a 5. Well, I have to drop down. I didn't get a 1 or a 2. So I drop down to this section, and I'm in the duckies and the balloons section. I can go to either side, and either side is going to give me a victory point. And hopefully you're going to build by clearing out that area to get these super cool bonuses. Just read in the rule book what those bonuses are. It'll take you just a little bit to work up to them, but they're always well worth your time, and you're gonna have to be pretty strategic about which ones you pick and at which time, which is super fun. So I'm gonna drop into the ducky section, and I'm gonna cover up that 3, 4, get a victory point, and roll my dice again. 2 and 4. I can now drop down into the final section. Now, if you ever have to drop your ball because you don't catch a flipper, your ball is gone and you're gonna have to start with your round 2 ball. You want to keep it alive as long as possible to earn as many victory points as possible. So I'm going to drop it down here to the red and cross through that 2, which gives me 2 points. Now, when you get to the flippers, here's the fun part. You can flip back up to color-coded sections. Now, in this case, I'm at the red flipper, so I can flip all the way up to the bumpers, flip up to the feat of strength, or I can flip over here to the balloons. If I'm ever on the yellow flipper, I can go all the way back up to the Ferris wheels, which is kind of great because then you can really spend time going back down again. You can go to the bumpers. That one is for red or yellow flipper. And lastly, you go to the duckies. That's the other choice you have when you flip from the yellow. So I'm gonna roll my dice. And I got a 3 and a 6. I'm gonna flip my red all the way up here to the bumpers, and I'm gonna bong around here and see how far I can go again. I've got a 3, so I get a victory point for that, and then I roll again. I got a 2 and a 1. Boy, I'm getting pretty unlucky with this consecutive going in clockwise order, my bumpers, but that's okay. I'm gonna drop down here to the duckies with my 1 or my 2, because I covered through that. I get a victory point for that, and now I'm back down to the bottom. Let's see what I get. I got a 4 and a 6. Let's drop over here to the yellow side. I'll cover through my yellow on my flipper for my 4, and I roll again. 2, 2! Oof, my yellow flipper lets me go all the way up to the Ferris wheel. Now, notice the Ferris wheel doesn't have any victory points. That's because when you cover up all 3 of your Ferris wheel groupings, so when I get that 5, 6 covered, I get a skill shot. And a skill shot means you circle any of the 6 numbers, and when you roll the dice and you don't roll the number you want, you can say, I'm using my skill shot, and you erase the number you circled, and then you move your ball to a section legally that matches that particular number. So it kind of gives you just a little bit of a bonus, right? You have that flexibility, and I love that skill shot. You can have as many of those circled as you want, and when you're done with it, you just erase it, and you can re-earn that particular number. Also, when you fill in an area and get a bonus, you erase all of it, and then you get to start over, right? You can just keep filling in those Ferris wheels, erasing them. You can fill in all your duckies and get a bonus, erase it, fill the ducky section in again, get another bonus. In the bumpers, every time you hit a bumper, you get a victory point, and you erase all of it when you filled in all 12 numbers, and you get to do it again. The only thing I haven't really talked about is the feat of strength. Let's see if I can actually get to the feat of strength. I roll a 2, 6. I'm going to bump down here to the 2 in the bumpers, take a victory point, roll again. 1, 4. Oof, I'm gonna bong over here to the 4, get a point. Awesome, I'm still alive, this is cool. I get a 2, 5. I'm gonna do a 5, got a victory point, still alive in the bumpers, I'm loving this. 1, 6. I got a 1. Oh man, I am on fire. Here I go. I got a 4. I'm gonna keep this run going. Got a 4. Got a victory point. See, kind of feels like pinball when you're going this fast too. 1, 5. Okay, now I gotta drop. I'm gonna take my 5 because, check this out, in the ducky section, I got my 5, 6, I get a victory point, and now I get one of these super cool bonuses. I'm gonna do the multi-ball. I wanna show you how that works. So, I'm gonna cross through my multi-ball, and whoop, boom! My multi-ball shows up, and I'm gonna have 2 balls going at once. So I'm going to erase my duckies section because I can now fill all those in again so I can get my flipper pass or my feat of strength. I roll. Now, when I roll these 2, 1 die goes to one ball, 1 die goes to the other ball. Well, in this case I rolled a 4 and a 4. So that means that this ball is going to come down here to a 4. I can't stay in the Ferris wheels because I have no 4. Oh no, I can't stay in a 4 here because I have no 4s. So I'm going to drop this guy here, and he is going to cover up this 4, get a victory point. This ball has to drop to one of these sections. The only 4 available is this flipper here, and I cover that one up. That was pretty scary. That was really risky. If if I wanted to, I could have changed my 4 to a different number, and that would have been called a nudge. So let's say instead of dropping this ball from the start all the way down to the balloons to 4, I said I wanted a 5 instead. I would change this to the 5. I would write here my nudge and the difference. So I changed a 4 to a 5, that's a difference of 1. Now, in doing that, I could come over here, cover up this 5, 6, get a skill shot, and then I will, let's say I get a 3. Then I can erase this whole board up here, and I can now have open Ferris wheels, and my ball didn't drop all the way down to almost the bottom. Here's the deal, when I roll these dice next, what that means is if I get the difference of my dice less than what I nudged, I tilt. So the only way I can tilt in this case with the 1 is if I get doubles. Now that happened to me when I played, and I lost both my balls. It was a multi-ball and it was devastating. Let's see what happens this time. Ah, I got a 2 and a 6. Whew. Now my nudge is done. I got a bonus, I didn't tilt, and I am back in the game. You don't have to worry about that nudge ever again. You get to do that up to 3 times in the game. It's super risky though. Make sure you don't use your skill shot to escape a challenge when you have to do a nudge check. This is so fun and fast. You get 3 balls to try to earn as many victory points as you can. Have fun with this game. And again, this is just Carniball, one of the 4 boards that you get in Super-Skill Pinball. Once you have played Carniball a time or 2, maybe shared it with a friend, do not hesitate to move on to the other boards. Just make sure you read the rules for them because they do change things up just a little bit. It's enough to really keep you coming back to try all the boards, I'll tell you that much. And once you've played through all of them, Cyber Attack, Dragon Slayer, and Dance Fever, you're gonna come back around to Carniball and you're gonna go, oh yeah, oh this feels so fresh. Everything feels so new. And so you're really going to enjoy all 4 of these boards, and more specifically, you're gonna like that they're solo games. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Also, let me know in the comment section below what games you want to see mini reviews for, or you just want to see what my take is on it. Put that in the comments below and I'll be sure to respond to you.